Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing the online application process for Thai visas under the current circumstances where we've got COVID-19 sort of in the background. And, since basically the beginning of the second quarter of 2020, the Thai visa and immigration process has really been a cumbersome, complex, downright nettlesome process compared to times past. Folks that were used to being able to get on a plane and come to Thailand and just sort of be stamped in with a 30-day stamp, or even just get a tourist visa abroad and come on into Thailand. Yeah, the days of that being sort of a straightforward endeavor, I won't say they're necessarily over forever, but at least looking at the first and second quarter of 2021, I think it's safe to presume we're not going to see it be easy, at least yet. A recent article, it was in the Post bag. I find a lot of information. It's interesting to read from the Post bag in the Bangkok Post print edition. And this is print edition from, January 2nd, 2021. It's in the Post bag. It's titled Impossible Dream, and it is written by a Stefan Carlson. So, quoting directly from this, I wait until December 15th, start the phone call marathon to the consulate again to ask them, what do I do next? I get the visa staff member who says, no, you must print out the application, but I already submitted online. No, you must print out and send in with your passport. Back to the application. I find out that you can't recall the previous application and you can't redo it either. I have to make a new application with a quote-unquote different name. The system rejects any attempt to reapply with the same name that I will clarify on printout, and one screen page at a time, I print out this application. Long story short, and this is really long, I'm just taking a little excerpt to talk directly about the online application process and just the general application process associated with Thai visas right now. Yeah, we have a lot of clients right now that have been working with us in order to get a visa here to Thailand, and one of the biggest things they say to us is, man, I am really happy you folks are helping, because I couldn't do this. And it really is, and it's really no fault of anyone. It's just, this thing was sort of thrown up sort of ad hoc. It's a Byzantine process. The online system, I've really, even in a U.S. immigration context too, I could go on and on about my issues with some of the online forms associated, especially with Department of State. Again, nobody's fault, but it's kind of one of those things where you'll see sort of an inefficient system and nobody's at fault, but then to some degree, maybe are we all at fault because we're not improving it? There's certainly arguments to be made there. That's not the crux of this video. The crux of this video is, yes, dealing with this stuff, it's pretty darn difficult. People that are doing it for the first time, we're finding, are getting really frustrated and calling us. Sometimes some of their ire gets directed at me personally, and my response to that is, look, I didn't set this up. We're just dealing with it as it is. But yeah, it is not the it's not the perfect system, and I would argue no system ever is a perfect system. But long story short, it's the system we have to deal with as of the time of this video, and we're dealing with it as best we can. So for those who are doing it yourself, my sympathy is with you. It is not a fun system to deal with. For those of our clients who have gone through this process with us, they know the back and forth on this really will just sort of set your teeth on edge. And for those folks who are clients of ours watching this video, yeah, we're trying our best. We're getting these through as best we can. They are working ultimately, but boy, it is something of an up and down sort of roller coaster ride. And as I've discussed and will discuss in another video made contemporaneously with this one, it's something akin to tumblers in a lock. You just have to get everything right, and then the timing has to be right, and then it sort of all comes together. We've had a lot of success, especially in quarter 4 of 2020. We look to have more success as time goes forward in 2021.